Hello FPL managers, today we've got the buy hold sell for Game Week 3. In today's video we have a look over 2 buy options, 2 hold options and 2 sell options to assist you guys with your transfers for the upcoming game week. If you guys want to get the extra edge this FPL season, then click the top link in the description to get yourself 65% off Fantasy Football Fix Premium and also get yourselves a free strategy guide. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show your support for the channel as we're trying to hit 4K subs by Game Week 5, and also click the notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the first buy option on the list, it is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The Everton forward has since seen a price rise from £8 million to £8.1 million and is coming with a 14.4% ownership. This only makes him the 8th highest owned forward, but after getting 2 consecutive returns in his first 2 matches, he's already tallied up 14 FPL points. This has come about as he has got himself 2 goals in his first 2 games with a very high XG of 2.07. He was very impressive in his most recent performance against Leeds, as he had an XG of 1.24 for that game, which is currently the second highest this game week, only behind Romelu Lukaku. Calvert-Lewin also had an XA of 0.12, as he attempted 4 shots, 4 of which were on target, and he also had 2 attempted assists. This has meant that over the first 2 matches of the season, Calvert-Lewin has already registered 9 shots, which does rank amongst the top 4 forwards. Also, with Everton's great upcoming fixtures of Brighton, Burnley, Villa and Norwich as their next 4, you definitely would expect him to continue his great scoring form over these games. So with Calvert-Lewin having one of the highest XGs so far this season, getting plenty of shots off and having great upcoming fixtures, I definitely will be looking to bring him in. Now moving on to the second buy option on the list, it is Diogo Jota. The Liverpool midfielder is currently priced at £7.5 million, but is due to see a price rise to £7.6 million in the upcoming hours. With just a 14.5% ownership, Jota is only the 8th highest owned midfielder, but has already proved to be great value in the middle of the park for the Reds. He has recorded himself 16 points over his first 2 matches, getting 8 points in each of his respective games, recording 2 goals over this period. He has got 0 assists so far, but has a very nice XG count of 0.94. He has also got starts in his 2 most recent matches for Liverpool, which was the main question mark over Diogo Jota's head, but it does seem that he is preferred to Roberto Firmino. So if you can get any Liverpool attacker for such a cheap price, especially one that is playing striker, Diogo Jota definitely spells value. Jota had some very nice underlying numbers in his most recent match, as he had an XG of 0.31 against Burnley. He also had an XA of 0.18, totaling for a 0.49 expected score involvements, as he recorded 3 shots, 1 of which was on target, and also attempted 2 assists. These underlying numbers are very impressive for someone of his price tag, and with the upcoming fixtures of Chelsea, Leeds, Palace and Brentford, I definitely think it could be a good time to bring in those Liverpool attacking assets. Obviously, Chelsea at home is a fairly tricky fixture, but after that the Leeds, Palace and Brentford fixtures do look very nice for some more Diogo Jota returns. Now moving on to the hold options, beginning with Patrick Bamford. Bamford has been the 4th most popular forward to depart the squads coming into Game Week 3, as he has already seen 43,000 managers transfer him out. Despite getting himself an attacking return in his most recent match against Everton as he provided an assist, he still has only tallied for 6 points, which is why many managers are moving him on. But he does have some fairly nice underlying numbers to suit, as he has an XG of 0.44, which is decent over the first 2 matches, as he has recorded 4 shots and 2 attempted assists. Leeds have some very great upcoming fixtures, as up until Game Week 10 they only have 1 match with an FPL rating of over 3. This comes against Liverpool in Game Week 4, but around this match he does face Burnley away, Newcastle away and West Ham. Then after that they face Watford, Southampton, Wolves and Norwich, so up until Game Week 10 you could back in Patrick Bamford for some big points. So I definitely think after only recording 6 points in the first 2 matches, he's still got himself an attacking return in Game Week 2 and he has shown that he's getting into dangerous positions, so it could be worthwhile just holding on to him for a bit longer. The Leeds fixtures are starting to see a turn, as their first 2 matches against United and Everton are fairly tricky fixtures, so you definitely will be backing Bamford in the future. Obviously there are a couple of nice strikers at the same price as him, such as the likes of Danny Ings or Calvert-Lewin, but I do think up until Game Week 10 Bamford does provide the best fixtures. Also with just a 15.8% ownership, he's only the 8th highest owned forward, so it could prove to be a nice differential asset to have up until Game Week 10. Looking over the second hold option is yet another forward play in Ivan Toney. Toney is coming in at £6.5 million, and the Brentford man has been slightly underwhelming so far this season, only recording 4 points in his first 2 matches. Despite this, he is still the 3rd highest owned forward in the game with a 28.1% ownership. Over the first 2 matches, he has produced an XG of 0.36, which isn't too bad, as he did register 5 shots in his most recent match against Palace. This is obviously a very high tally, as it does rank 4th amongst all players so far this game week. Speaking of Game Week 2 against Palace, Tony had some very nice underlying stats for this game, as he had an XG of 0.32, recording 5 shots, 2 of which were on target. But so far this season he has only produced 1 attempted assist, which is fairly low for his position, but with the nice next 3 fixtures of Villa, Brighton and Wolves, it could be worthwhile giving him another chance. He is getting into dangerous positions and was perhaps slightly unlucky not to get himself an attacking return against Palace, so with these next 3 fixtures coming up, it could be worthwhile backing him in for 1 or 2 more weeks. Now moving on to the sell options, beginning with John Stones. The Man City defender is coming in at £5.5 million, and having a look at the start of the season, he did look to be a nice option, but after playing 0 minutes so far in his first 2 matches, he does seem to be a victim of the City rotation. When he did play last season, he was very impressive, as in just 1900 minutes, he got himself 128 FPL points, recording 4 goals and 14 clean sheets. But due to a lack of pre-season and a couple of other Man City defenders coming back into fitness, it does look to be like he's the 3rd or 4th preference defender. Manchester City ran with the Diaz and Ake combination for centre backs in Game Week 1, then switched to Diaz and Laporte in Game Week 2, so maybe he gets a match in Game Week 3, but Man City's fixtures are looking fairly tricky. They face Arsenal, Leicester and Chelsea out of 3 of their next 4 matches, so I do think it will be difficult for City to get clean sheets over this period. Also at £5.5 million, he is a good player that can easily be transferred out and bring in nearly any defender in the game for £5.5 million or less. There are obviously plenty of good options around this price, and you don't want to have a Man City defender sitting on your bench every week for £5.5 million, despite having a good year last season. So until we start seeing John Stones get more consistent minutes, I would recommend transferring him out of the squad and bring him in back later if he does get more minutes. Now moving on to the second sell option is another defender in Matt Targett. The Aston Villa left back is coming in at £5 million and has only registered 45 minutes played over his first 2 matches. This came about as he did play in the first half against Watford in Game Week 1, but recorded 0 points in that time as he conceded 2 goals. So after 45 minutes played this season, he has a total of 0 FPL points, but did record 1 attempted assist over this time. This is obviously decent for 45 minutes played, but in terms of his minutes, it does seem that Ashley Young is the preferred left back option. The 36-year-old has recorded 180 minutes over his first 2 matches, as he looks to be the main left back for Villa, and Villa do have a very bad fixture turn after Game Week 3 against Brentford, where they face Chelsea, Everton and Manchester United after that. So if you do own any Aston Villa defenders, I will be looking to move them on after Game Week 3, and since Matt Targett's starting minutes are a bit unknown, I definitely will be looking to transfer him out now. Obviously, Matt Targett was very impressive for Villa last season, recording himself 138 points, getting 4 assists and 16 clean sheets. But with the bad upcoming fixtures and lack of minutes, it could be worthwhile moving him on, as there are plenty of other nice defensive options for £5 million or less. So that's all I've got for today for the buy, hold, sell of FPL Game Week 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, as we're trying to hit 4K subs by Game Week 5, and also click the notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads, and leave a comment what you guys thought of this video and what are your transfer plans for the upcoming game week. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.